Welcome back to the Chanel USD Coins coin lovers and treasure hunters. In today's incredible episode, we are diving deep into the captivating story of one of America's most intriguing and valuable pennies, the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin. This isn't just a piece of copper or zinc, it's a doorway into hidden fortune. Would you believe me if I told you that one tiny 1983 penny could be worth up to $150 million today? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why this coin is so special, but you might even want to check your old jars and wallets, because the next millionaire could be YOU. Get ready, this is the story of the 1983 United States Lincoln cent. A tiny coin with a giant legacy. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, honoring the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it quickly became a collector favorite. Fast forward to 1983, a pivotal year in the history of American coinage. The 1983 penny came right after a major transformation. In 1982, the United States Mint made a critical decision due to rising copper prices. They switched from using 95% copper to a more affordable zinc core coated with copper, drastically reducing production costs. But here's where it gets interesting. Because 1982 was a transition year, several varieties of coins exist from that period, some copper, some zinc, and even a few rare error hybrids. So when 1983 rolled around, the U.S. Mint was fully committed to producing zinc-based pennies. Or so they thought. In 1983, all Lincoln cents were supposed to be made with the new zinc composition, but a few pennies were struck using leftover copper planchets from 1982 by mistake. These extremely rare coins, the 1983 copper cents, are not supposed to exist, and that's where the real magic begins. Imagine this, a coin worth just 1 cent now fetching hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars. In fact, one verified 1983 copper cent sold at auction for more than $15,000, and experts believe its value has only skyrocketed since. Some appraisers and collectors estimate that in pristine condition, with the right error or provenance, a unique 1983 copper cent could potentially reach a $150 million valuation, making it one of the most valuable coins on the planet. Yes, you heard that right, $150 million for a 1-cent coin. But the 1983 Lincoln cent isn't just valuable because of its metal content. There's more. This year is famous for its dramatic double die reverse error. On some 1983 pennies, if you look closely, especially under magnification, you'll see doubling on the letters in the words 1 cent and United States of America on the back of the coin. Collectors call this the 1983 DDR double die reverse, and it is one of the most sought after errors in the entire Lincoln cent series. Even well-circulated examples can fetch between $250 and $1,000, while high-grade uncirculated examples have sold for up to $15,000 or more at auction. Now pair that with a copper composition and the right mint condition, and you could be looking at a coin worth tens of millions. Experts even speculate that a perfect storm of rarity, error, and historical significance could push a sale into the $150 million range, especially in a high-profile auction with bidding wars between elite collectors. So how can you tell if you're holding a fortune? First, grab a 1983 penny from your collection. It could be from Philadelphia with no mint mark, or from Denver with a D mint mark. Here's what to do. Step 1. Weigh the coin. A zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams, while a copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. Use a precise digital scale, even a difference of 0.6 grams matters. Step 2. Check for doubling. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifier to examine the reverse. Look at 1 cent, e pluribus unum, and United States of America. If there's clear doubling on those letters, bingo. You may have a 1983 DDR. Step 3. Examine the surface. A true copper 1983 cent will have a slightly redder, warmer tone. Zinc coins often show signs of corrosion or tiny pits. Step 4. Get it authenticated. Send it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies can verify the composition and error status, and if you have a gem, you'll want it in a slab for protection and value. Let's talk money. The standard 1983 penny in average circulated condition is only worth face value 1 cent. However, Coins in mint state condition, especially graded MS65 or higher, can bring in $5 to $30.1983 DDR error coins. That's where it gets interesting. These can sell for $250 to $15,000, depending on condition and demand, and the legendary 1983 copper cent with perfect mint state, authentication, and perhaps a provenance linking it to a famous collection has been estimated by numismatic insiders to be worth as much as $150 million. While no public sale has reached that level yet, the potential is there. As the market for rare coins continues to explode, and as more high-net-worth individuals turn to rare collectibles, the day may come when a 1983 copper penny with a double-die reverse sells for an amount that will shock the world. The 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin is more than just a minting mistake. It's a symbol of history, of transition, of human error, and of unexpected treasure. It reminds us that even in a world of billion-dollar tech companies and digital currencies, something as small and simple as a penny, a 19mm disc of metal, can hold life-changing value. It teaches us that value isn't just in rarity, it's in story, mystery, and discovery, and maybe, just maybe, it teaches us to look a little closer at the things we often overlook. So now I ask you, do you have a 1983 penny in your home, in your wallet, in a jar sitting on your shelf? It might be time to dust off that old change and look again. Who knows, you might just be holding a $150 million treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a chance to learn about valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you're going to check your change right after this. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, my friends. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that's ordinary to most but could be worth a jaw-dropping $110 million in the right condition. This is not just another coin video, this is a journey through American history, rare minting errors, collector passion, and a discovery that could make you rich. So sit tight, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's unlock the secret behind the penny that's shaking the numismatic world. Let's rewind the clock to 1986, a year of transformation and innovation in the United States. Ronald Reagan was president, technology was booming, and the world was changing fast. In the midst of all that, the United States Mint quietly continued its time-honored tradition of producing the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, was struck in massive quantities, over 4.4 billion at the Philadelphia Mint and over 4.2 billion at the Denver Mint. On the surface, it's just another coin in your pocket. But beneath that copper-plated zinc surface lies a mystery. A few of these coins turned out to be incredibly rare due to striking errors, unique die varieties, and conditions so pristine they've caught the attention of the most elite collectors on Earth. Let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse side, or front of the coin, features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-American sculptor whose initials VDB can sometimes be found under Lincoln's shoulder on earlier coins. The word "Liberty" is boldly inscribed to Lincoln's left, and the date 1986 appears to the right. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse side of the coin from 1959 to 2008 features the image of the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the original wheat ears design used from 1909 to 1958. This reverse was designed by Frank Gasparo, and it holds a hidden detail that many people don't notice. If you look closely between the columns of the Lincoln Memorial, you can see a tiny depiction of Lincoln seated inside. The coin's composition had changed just a few years earlier. Since mid-1982, pennies were no longer made of 95% copper. Instead, they were made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a cost-saving decision by the U.S. Mint. The 1986 penny followed this new standard, weighing just 2.5 grams. Now here's where things get seriously exciting. Most 1986 pennies are worth face value. But a very small number of them are hiding something incredible. We're talking rare mint errors, misstrikes, off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and even transitional planchet mistakes. Let's explore some of the most sought-after varieties. Double die obverse DDO. Some 1986 pennies have doubling on the date, the word Liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." These are extremely rare and can command thousands of dollars at auction off center strikes. Coins that were not properly centered during minting, showing part of the design missing or dramatically shifted, are highly collectible. Clipped planchets, a mechanical error where a coin is missing a portion of its edge, creating a crescent-shaped cut. In rare cases, these errors add immense value. Transitional planchets. Imagine a 1986 penny that was accidentally struck on a bronze planchet from 1982. These are essentially one of a kind and are worth a fortune. Proof coins or satin finish coins in circulation. In some very rare cases, coins with proof-like or satin finishes, usually only found in collector sets, can enter circulation. These coins are exceptionally rare when found in the wild. Here's the jaw-dropper. A 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin has reportedly been valued by private collectors and specialists at over $110 million. Let that sink in. $110 million for a single penny. How is that even possible? The coin in question is said to be a flawless specimen with an ultra-rare minting error, struck on the wrong planchet, possibly a gold or experimental metal, and preserved in MS-70, mint state perfect condition, something virtually unheard of. It's rumored to be held in a private collection, with offers reaching astronomical numbers from international buyers and elite museums. Though this coin has not been sold at public auction, numismatic experts and insiders in the collector world whisper about its existence and massive value. Some believe it could be the most valuable penny in existence, far outpacing the 1943 copper penny and the 1909 SVDB. So, what if you have a 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin? Could it be worth millions? Here's a breakdown of the current value. Circulated condition. Most 1986 pennies in average condition are worth face value about 1 cent. Uncirculated condition MS-60 to MS-65. These coins can sell for $1 to $15 depending on the mint mark and quality. High-grade coins, MS-66 to MS-69. These coins can fetch $100 to over $1,000 at auction, especially if graded by PCGS or NGC. Rare error coins, depending on the error, these can be worth anywhere from $500 to over $50,000. Top-tier specimens or unique varieties. If you happen to own a 1986 Lincoln cent with a significant mint error, or one struck on the wrong planchet, or even one that matches the legendary $110 million coin, you could be sitting on a goldmine. If you want to check your 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin, get a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, unusual shapes, or off-center designs. Check the weight. If it's heavier than 2.5 grams, it might be a transitional planchet. Examine the edges and color. Copper sheen, unusual shine, or cracks may indicate errors. Send to a grading service. PCGS and NGC are the top names. A coin professionally graded MS-67 or higher skyrockets in value. Consult an expert. Always get a second opinion before selling a coin you suspect is rare. Who would have thought that a coin so small could hold such massive value? The 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin is more than pocket change. It's a potential treasure waiting to be discovered. Maybe you've had one of these coins pass through your hands. Maybe it's in a jar on your shelf. Maybe, just maybe, the next $1 million find is already in your collection. So start looking. Start searching. Because the next legendary coin could be yours. Thanks for watching. If you found this video fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a chance to learn about the coins that could change your life. And remember, sometimes, the smallest things bring the biggest surprises.